Have you ever wondered if the frequency of masturbation has any real impact on testosterone levels? Maybe you've heard conflicting opinions. Some say that masturbation decreases testosterone, while others claim it has no effect at all. So what's the truth? Is there really a connection between the two? And if so, how does it affect us both physically and emotionally? I'm the Intimacy Doctor. Real talk, real science, real intimacy. Today, we're diving into the science behind masturbation and testosterone levels and what it means for your overall well-being. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of the connection between your body, your emotions, and how these factors all tie into your sexual health. First off, let's acknowledge something. Sex and intimacy are often subjects of confusion and shame. For so long, we've been told conflicting things. Some people say masturbation is harmful to your health, while others say it's part of a healthy lifestyle. But when it comes to testosterone, that vital hormone that plays a central role in your energy, mood, and libido, many of us just don't know what to believe. Does masturbation lower your testosterone, or does it have little to no effect? To answer this, we need to take a step back and look at the science. Testosterone is much more than just a hormone that regulates physical traits like muscle mass and libido. It also affects your energy levels, mood, confidence, and even your emotional connections. But here's where the confusion often comes in. While testosterone is essential for overall well-being, the relationship between testosterone levels and masturbation is often misunderstood. So, let's break it down. Starting with the basics. Testosterone is often called the male hormone, but it's present in everyone, men, women, and people of all genders. It's responsible for a host of vital bodily functions, including maintaining muscle mass, regulating bone density, keeping energy levels stable, and influencing sexual drive. But while testosterone is a huge player in our sexual and emotional health, the connection between masturbation and testosterone is far more complex than we may have thought. To understand this, let's first dive into what research actually says about the relationship between masturbation and testosterone. In one well-known study, researchers tracked testosterone levels in men before and after a single masturbation session. They found no significant drop in testosterone levels after the act. In fact, many studies have found that short-term changes in testosterone after masturbation are minimal, if they occur at all. So far, there's no evidence to suggest that masturbation causes a drastic or lasting decrease in testosterone levels, but this doesn't mean the story ends there. You see, the effects of masturbation on testosterone levels are not as straightforward as we often assume. While science tells us that the immediate hormonal effects are minimal, the emotional and psychological effects of masturbation can have a much bigger impact on how we feel about ourselves, our relationships, and our sexual health. Let's think about this from an emotional and psychological standpoint. Masturbation for many people is not just a physical act. It's often tied to complex emotions like guilt, shame, or self-empowerment. If we view masturbation as something to feel ashamed of or guilty about, it can create internal conflict, which may in turn affect our self-esteem, emotional well-being, and, in some cases, our physical health. The key here is emotional intelligence. How do you feel about masturbation? If you're using it as a way to self-soothe, avoid emotional intimacy, or simply out of habit rather than genuine desire, it can lead to unhealthy patterns. When you associate masturbation with negative emotions, it may have a ripple effect on your confidence, your relationships, and your overall health. On the flip side, if you approach masturbation with a healthy, self-affirming mindset, viewing it as a form of self-care or an opportunity to reconnect with your body, it can be an empowering experience. It's important to embrace it without shame, understanding that there is nothing wrong with exploring your own body and pleasure. Now let's shift gears and talk about frequency. You may be wondering, does how often you masturbate affect testosterone in any way? Well, there's a lot to unpack here. The truth is, frequency can vary dramatically from person to person. What's considered normal for one person might feel excessive to someone else. The real issue here is finding balance. Some research suggests that masturbation can actually have positive effects on testosterone levels when done in moderation. For example, masturbation can reduce stress and anxiety, boost mood, and improve sleep, all of which support healthy testosterone production. When you release tension and reduce stress through masturbation, your body might even experience a temporary boost in testosterone. But, and here's the crucial part, moderation is key. Masturbation, when it's done excessively, may lead to negative outcomes. If it becomes a crutch to avoid emotional intimacy, reduces motivation, or starts to interfere with your daily life and relationships, it can have more serious consequences. Excessive masturbation, especially when done out of habit or as a way to avoid confronting deeper emotional issues, can lead to a depletion of energy and a sense of emotional disconnect. This is where emotional intelligence and self-awareness become vital. How are you feeling before and after you masturbate? Do you feel empowered, relaxed, and confident? Or do you feel guilt, shame, or frustration? Pay attention to these emotional cues because they often tell you more about your relationship with yourself and your sexual health than the act itself ever could. Let's dig even deeper into how testosterone is influenced by more than just the frequency of masturbation. Stress, diet, sleep patterns, exercise, and even mental health all play a huge role in regulating testosterone. For example, chronic stress can lead to an increase in cortisol, the stress hormone, which can, in turn, suppress testosterone production. In contrast, regular exercise, a balanced diet, and good sleep hygiene can boost your testosterone levels and improve your emotional well-being. If you want to maintain healthy testosterone levels, it's not just about how often you masturbate. It's about building a lifestyle that promotes emotional balance, physical health, and mental well-being. Make sure you're taking care of your body holistically, managing stress, staying active, eating nutritious foods, and getting plenty of rest. Another critical aspect of healthy testosterone levels is communication and connection, especially in relationships. Masturbation can be a healthy part of a sexual routine, but it's important that it doesn't replace emotional or physical intimacy with your partner. If you're using masturbation to avoid deeper emotional connections or to suppress intimacy in a relationship, it could create tension between you and your partner. Open communication about desires, boundaries, and sexual needs is key to maintaining a fulfilling, balanced relationship. So, where does this leave us? Does masturbation really affect testosterone? In the short term, no. Masturbation, in moderation, is unlikely to cause a noticeable decrease in testosterone levels. However, the way you view masturbation, emotionally and psychologically, can have a significant impact on your overall health, well-being, and relationships. By fostering an emotionally intelligent approach to masturbation, you can create a healthier, more balanced relationship with your body and your sexuality. It's about finding the right balance for you, one that supports your emotional health and fosters a deeper connection with yourself and your partner. What do you think? Have you noticed any changes in your emotional or physical health in relation to your frequency of masturbation? How do you view it in the context of your relationships and self-care? Share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. If this video resonated with you, make sure to hit that like button so more people can find it. And don't forget to subscribe to The Intimacy Doctor for more real talk, real science, and real intimacy. We've got many more insightful videos coming your way. And if you're curious about the science of emotional connection in relationships, be sure to check out our next video on how communication can boost intimacy and trust. You won't want to miss it. Take care of yourselves, emotionally, physically, and intimately. See you next time.